Next is from John Roddy. The subject is Macho and Bret. Happy New Year's, guys. Hope 2023 is the best year for the show ever. From stuff that Eric Bischoff and Kevin Nash have said on their podcast lately, they made it sound like Bret Hart wasn't the easiest guy to deal with during his WCW run. I will attest to that. Match I worked with him was a perfect example. I'm a big fan of the Wrestling Bios YouTube channel and is reliving the War documentary series. He's now gotten to May 1998 and had just begun the Macho Man versus Bret Hart feud. I was wondering about Conan and Disco from your memories. How is the relationship between Macho and Bret? They both take themselves super mega seriously, which usually isn't a good thing when someone has to put the other over. Plus, Joe, do you remember any dirt sheets reporting about any issues there? Also, guys, will you please tell Billy that Sean Ross Sapp was an invited guest on Eric's podcast for a 60-minute interview? Please tell him we can't wait to hear how he humiliates himself with another moronic rant. It's like, I don't
go ahead.
I don't know. I don't remember this feud.
It was very short. It was right before Randy went out with his knee surgery, but I don't remember any dirt sheet reports about heat between those two guys, but in Bret's book, he was super respectful and put it across like they had a really good relationship. So
interesting. Yeah. But Bret was the type of guy that commanded respect because of who he was, but he did take himself very seriously. And, but bro, like I said, so remember Conan when we'd be like, we'd tour Australia and he'd be with us and everything, right? We'd go out to the bar, it'd be like 7 or 8 of us. And like, we'd be at the bar, there'd be girls there, guys would be talking to girls, everything and all that. And me and you and Jeff would be there and stuff. Like all the guys, the next thing you know, Bret would be like telling stories to like Kazarian at the bar. And the next thing you know is like, all 7 of us are huddled around Bret, like listen on every word coming out of his mouth, like listen to him tell stories, wrestling stories, like we're marks, So he just commanded that type of. I don't know. He's a very, I have utmost respect for Bret, but I will say this, the match that we had was not a good day for me or him. He wasn't happy about having to go 22 minutes with me. I didn't understand why I had to go 22 minutes with him. It didn't really call for that and stuff for thing.
Did you ask?
Well, the funniest thing is, bro, before we went out on TV, Nash and Sullivan, the bookers, left to go take the red eye home. Before we had like that so Bret it wasn't a good night, right?
Right.